welcome to CTR's midweek update. We got some important information for you today. First of all, I know a lot of people are asking about when Tom Bowman's memorial service is. And that service is going to be on Saturday, September the 19th at 2 o'clock not here at the church, at Kimlin, I'm not sure how you say it, but we'll spell it on the screen for you. It's like Q-E-M-I-L-I-N Park in Post Falls at 2 o'clock. Now, it's an outdoor setting, but there's a very large covered pavilion there. I think it can have up to 400 people out there. So please come along. We can have a great time in an outdoor setting that Tom would have loved to celebrate and thank God for his life. So that's Saturday, September 19th at 2 o'clock at Kimlin Park in Post Falls. Secondly, you need to know about our plans for our fall kickoff. In keeping with all the school delays and things that have been going on, we have postponed it. We pushed it back a little bit to the 27th of September. So we'll be out on the lawn for our services all the way until the 27th of September, and then we'll be inside starting our fall kind of semester. So we'll have our kickoff on that Sunday. Now, what we would like to offer for this semester is, first of all, worship service. And we actually are going to have two offerings. We're going to have a 9 o'clock and an 11 o'clock service. Now, the 9 o'clock service, what we're going to do is it won't be a service with music for a lot of reasons. One is just the logistics of enough people to do that. But also, it's a service where there won't be singing. So it'll be at 9 o'clock. We will have our typical format of sermon, prayers and confessions, but there will be no singing. Masks will be required as they are at all our services. So there'll be lots of, if you want to come along, especially if you feel very vulnerable and singing is something that you don't want to do, that'd be a great service to come along. There'll be plenty of room to spread out in the big hall. Then we will also have an 11 o'clock service. And that service will include singing with masks, but we will be singing together. And that service, in a sense, is also a little bit more of a family-oriented service because during that service, we'd like to offer children's ministries. The first being Nursery. Now, Nursery is obviously requires volunteers. And we need 7 volunteers a week if we want to have 21 spots in the nursery. And just like the services, where there'll be a reservation, online reservations, where you choose your spot, we will have online reservations for the nursery for those 21 spots. If we have 7 volunteers every week, which comes out to like 28 volunteers a month. If we have less volunteers than that, there'll be less spots in the nursery. That's just the way we have to do it to be responsible to the adult, baby ratio that we need to have. Secondly, we want to offer children's church. It's going to be in a Sunday school kind of format, but it's going to be children's church. So it'll be during the sermon, the children will be excused and go off and have a Sunday school style lesson, which, by the way, will be taped so that it can be sent out to the kids that aren't able to come, so they can watch it online as a family. But we'll have a Sunday school lesson and a verse time or a craft time, and then they'll come back in to the service. Now, we already have some great teachers lined up that are volunteered to be the teachers for that. Not that we couldn't use some more, but we need a lot more volunteers to be able to provide. We figured out that we could have about 50 kids, I think 48 kids, in the building and in the 3 different spaces and rooms, and have them properly spaced out for social distancing, so we can provide for that many kids. But of course, again, we're limited by the amount of adult volunteers that we can have there. We're going to need 12 volunteers, adult volunteers, for every Sunday, right, which comes out to like 48 a month. So, having said that, what you hear probably is that we need a lot of volunteers, that we need people to step up. We need all hands on deck, in a sense, to be able to provide this great service for our kids. Now, a lot of you have said to me, hey, it's hard for us to come back right now and be part of the service because there's not something for our kids during that time. It's hard for them to sit through the service. Well, we want to offer this wonderful ministry for the kids, and I know our teachers are excited about it, but we need you, parents. If you have children that are involved in it, moms and dads, we need you to step up and say, hey, I'll give at least one Sunday a month to be part and to be a volunteer. Doesn't mean you teach. It means you're with the kids. You're down there. You're helping them do their craft. You're helping them, kind of keep order during that time. So we need you guys to step up. College and young adults, we need you to step up. You can come and be involved and help out. Grandparents, love to have you. We need everybody, kind of all hands on deck, as I said, to come and contribute. So it's not a huge burden for any of us that we're able to participate in the Sundays. And by the way, I was thinking about it. If you think, well, on that Sunday I would miss the sermon, I really don't want to, you could go to the early service, right? Hear the sermon, and then you could do help with the Sunday school in the second service. Now, Andy Nags is going to be sending out an email where you can sign up to be involved, to volunteer, to help out. And so we would love it when you get that email. It's going to be coming soon. Make sure you respond. Let us know, because we have to plan accordingly, because this will be scaled, right? If we have half the volunteers that we need, Sunday school, the reservation spots will be half that size. Now, by the way, if you're wondering, well, why aren't we just doing Sunday school before church and having adult Sunday school and all the different levels? Right now, logistically and resource-wise, we really can't run all that. So we do want to have this for our children. So I'm excited about it. 27th of September, the kickoff, 2 services. The first service will not have music, and we would love to have you at that. The 11 o'clock service will actually have Sunday school for the children, although it's children's church, right? It's during that time to do the sermon, and it will offer nursery, but scaled according to the volunteers we have. So please consider the email that's coming out. Now, we are going to have, I'm going to have a Zoom conversation time. So if you have questions about this, we're going to have a Zoom time. We'll let you know the details when you can Zoom in and ask your questions. I'm sure there's some questions about how all this is going to work. Love to have you come and ask your questions. But like I said again, all hands on deck so that we can have a great fall kickoff. See you on Sunday.